Remember to breathe. And please share to keep these stories alive. So once, when the world was younger, there was an old widow, and she was such a beautiful soul. She lived in a small cabin not too far outside the village, and there was a beautiful creek that would flow by her home right down a small hill. Every day, she would get her buckets and carry them down to the river and fill them up, carry them back up the hill. And she would bake for the villagers. The children would come and visit her because she was truly such a beautiful soul. Every day, carrying water up and down the hill. One day, one of the buckets says to the other bucket, "You know, this woman is such a beautiful soul, and she works so hard, and she's getting older and has to carry this water all the way up and down this hill, and you spill half of it every single time. You are making her have to work so much more harder than she has to." The other bucket hadn't even realized, at least not that much, that he did indeed have a big, long crack. Well, now that he was aware of it, he felt hurt. He felt bad, guilty. Maybe I am making her have to work harder than she has to. Okay, well, I'm going to try harder. So when the old woman would go to the creek, he would try so hard not to spill any water. And a crack is a crack. A flaw is a flaw. And every day he'd spill it. Well, things started to get worse for the bucket. He started to go from guilt into deep shame, hurt, even to the point of self-loathing. Oh, he would beat himself up so bad. You're so worthless. You're useless. Look at how hard you're making her work. You can't do anything right. No matter how hard you try, you just still spill that water. Useless. Useless. And this went on for a little while until finally one day the bucket broke the rules and called out to the old woman, "Beautiful lady, please, I hurt so bad knowing that I'm making you have to work harder than is necessary. Just throw me away. Throw me away and get a new bucket, a good one, that won't spill water, that won't make you have to work so hard. You deserve that, please. Just let me go." The old woman, surprised, bucket's talking, but she was used to just letting go and enjoying the beautiful marvels of life. She looked down at the bucket. "I'm so sorry you feel that way. Let me show you something." So she carries the buckets down to the creek and then carries them back up with water. And she says to the cracked bucket, "What do you see?" The cracked bucket, so full of his misery, "I just see that I am spilling water." "No, no, no. Dear heart, look at the path. What do you see?" And the bucket looks. "I'm not sure what you want me to look at." She says, "Look, on this side of the path, right here on the right, what is different there than the other side?" "There's flowers growing." "Yes, dear heart. You see, that crack that you have allows me to water these flowers every day as I come up the hill. And it makes my walk up and down the hill every day so much more beautiful, with the colors and the butterflies and the bees that come to the flowers. They make honey that I use in my tea. Oh, dear heart, you are so perfect, just the way you are." I heard this story about 5 or 6 years ago when I was going through a rough time. And it shifted my heart, because I had no idea at the time that some of the trauma that I was working through, my cracks, my flaws, weakness in my armor, no idea that they were going to lead to a massive breakthrough that helped the person that I am today exist. I had no idea that what I considered flaws and weaknesses actually was giving me experience. It also made me relatable. I was able to share what I had learned through my pain and my working through it with others, and it made such a huge difference in their lives. So many times what we perceive to be flaws or faults within us, it's actually something that makes us special and unique. It is a specific story that you and only you have, that when you turn that pain into wisdom, only you can share that. And I am constantly surprised over and over and over and over again how many people out in the world feel like they are all alone in their struggles and their pain. And when somebody has the courage to share what they're going through, even if they haven't overcome it yet, that feeling of not being alone, that something isn't wrong with you, that, oh my God, what I'm experiencing and going through is actually normal. There are other people out there like me. Oh my God, the hope and inspiration that can bring someone. That poor little cracked bucket listened to the wrong voice there for a while, felt that he was a burden. And you have no idea, so many of you out there where you feel like you're a burden, that it actually brings joy to the people that are helping you, that are able to support you. An outlet to be able to give, especially if they can see you growing, and especially if they know, because you make them, know that you appreciate what they are doing. We have to go back to using our words of love and compassion and gratitude. Yes, somebody does something that they're supposed to do. Why is it so hard to say thank you, to offer appreciation? The kids for taking out the trash, the partner for doing the dishes, whatever it might be. That simple little once in a while to stop and say, hey, you know what? I really appreciate everything that you do. I really appreciate the way that you love me. Or me for my husband. God bless America. Do I appreciate your patience with me? It can make all the difference in the world. A few simple words can shift a human heart. So I give this story to you, hoping you share it. And hoping you hold it in your heart that maybe, just maybe, whatever you think is wrong with you, wherever you think you're being a burden, maybe, just maybe, you're not. Maybe you are creating beautiful flowers or an opportunity for someone to have a little brightness or a little joy in their lives. Maybe, just maybe, you are creating something that you just haven't seen yet. So much love, relatives. Have a beautiful day.